Hello, Transformer fans. So now we're gonna wrap up the Ultimate Doom in the last episode, episode 13 of the Ultimate Doom. So just a little side note, if you haven't seen any of the other videos, there's a lot of hidden messages in Transformers about the spirituality of Decepticons and Autobots. Another thing that I noticed is that the logo, when it says Autobots, it's slanted upwards and it has the insignia. When it says Decepticons, it's slanted downwards and it has the insignia. Some might argue that Autobots, slanted upwards to the right, is about sharing and a consciousness of elevation. Decepticons is slanted downwards, it's a consciousness of receiving and going downwards. So something to think about, and there's other aspects. If you watch the other videos, there's other aspects that talk about this. So let's talk about it. So in this episode, based in this whole Ultimate Doom thing, what has happened is they have brought Cybertron to New Jersey. Not really New Jersey, but in the orbit of the Earth is disrupted. There's tidal waves, there's earthquakes, there's all these crazy things going on. Megatron's going to use that energy that is in order to harness it, in order to take it and go to Cybertron and rule the galactic universe. And a lot of bad stuff is happening, so the Autobots are trying to stop it. So, and on top of that, he has an army of slaves. He puts little chips in the back of their neck, and he's like, and they're like, we're gonna. And then Chip's dad, Sparkplug, happens to be one of the slaves. So that's another dramatic situation that's happening. So at the beginning of the episode, they talk about how they have an army of slaves. But there's 5 people. So I'm a little confused as to where this army is. So throughout the episode, who's the teal ship? There's a teal ship in Cybertron. Oh yeah, some of the Autobots went to Cybertron to try to save Sparkplug. So who's this teal ship, Decepticon, that is happening there? Nobody knows. And mind you, if you notice, Starscream is also in Cybertron, and he's also in Earth. So can he be at 2 places at once? Is that the situation with Starscream? That's a glitch, of course. Shockwave barks orders. He's like, get him! Go! Get him! Like, Shockwave, you're a gun. You just shoot him yourself. And finally he's like, okay, fine, I'll shoot him. So then you've got the Autobots that end up escaping, and then Skyfire comes in and saves the day, right? He blasts in, he saves the day, and then Shockwave says to him, he goes, you can't get away. And then Shockwave blasts the door that is already open, that is already a corridor, and then Skyfire goes, well, now I can. I'm like, Skyfire, you made a door before. When you came in, you could have left out that door, and then the door that he just blasted was already open, so you could have left through that door too. So I'm a little confused. Is it because you're a Wingspan? I'm a little confused there. So then they skip to Wheeljack's base, where it's like a factory where they make things, and so Wheeljack is trying to figure out this whole brainwashing thing, and Bumblebee has this disc, and they figure out that they're brainwashing people, so they're going to go, oh, a sonic disruptor, okay, we're going to do that, and then cut to the Autobots surfing. Where they got these boards, I have no idea. How they learned how to surf, who knows, but they're surfing. And then you cut to Rumble tripping a human. I'm like, Rumble, don't be a dick. Seriously, these are your slaves. You gotta get work done. You're just being a jerk now. So get to work. And I'm like, Rumble, you just tripped him. Oh, and then Starscream goes, who cares? Who cares? A classic Fred Armisen imitating Joy Behar from The View moment. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? See if you can catch it. So, and then Megatron says, I thought humans liked to play in the ocean. I don't know many humans that like to play in the ocean. We like to play at the beach, but not necessarily in the actual ocean. So, I don't know where you got your information, Megatron, but we don't. Tidal wave destroyed the energy. Oh, so the tidal wave destroys the Autobots. Get on their little surfboards. They arrive at the energy collector that Megatron has built with his slaves in order to collect the energy. He's harnessing all this energy, and then the energy collector, pardon me, gets destroyed. But then Megatron knows that it gets destroyed. And then he says, I left Starscream to collect the rest of the energy. Did you not just see that it got destroyed? I don't know. I'm confused. And then, so back in Cybertron, Chip gets caught, and he asks Shockwave. He goes, "Where is my father?" And Chip's father says, "I'm right here." Mind you, twice already, Chip has said, "Father, Dad," and Chip's dad goes, "Don't call me that!" Like, he yells out, "Don't call me that!" So it's like, so now it's okay. So now that you're captured, it's okay for him to call you father. So there's that going on. And then Chip drops Spark Club drops the gun, and they have a hug, and they're like, oh, because Wheeljack has this solar sound thing that disrupts the chip thing, and mind you, it never gets removed. It's still on there, so I guess throughout the entire season, he still has a permanent chip embedded in his neck. And then Starscream, again, is in Cybertron, so I'm a little confused as to whether there's double Starscreams, whether they make more than one that looks the same. I think they do. I think that that's what is being explained here, which makes no sense. And then Chip says to his dad after he comes back from being a zombie, "You never quit on the people you love." Thundercracker, there's more than one Thundercracker. And what else? How long? My question is, this entire series, how long is an astrosecond? Because I've talked about this in the previous episode, where they're like, we'll be here in 5 billion astroseconds, and in 10 seconds, it's there. Like, so I'm confused as to how long is an astrosecond. And then Wheeljack shows up, and he goes, "It's Independence Day." And the first thing that popped into my head, I was like, why are you bringing Will Smith into the picture? Because he frees all the slaves with the little sound thing that he's created. And then Optimus says to Megatron, "It's time for us to settle things." And I'm thinking to myself, wasn't it time for you to settle things last episode, and the one before that, and the one before that? Isn't it every episode the time for you to settle things, and things, aren't they never settled? So, by the way, a purple ship makes purple smoke. That's just, logic, of course. Everybody knows that. And so then so Megatron gets away, and the tidal waves are coming, and Cybertron is in New Jersey. Not really, it's like right next door. Not right next door to New Jersey, but right next door to Earth. And they're like, how are we gonna knock Cybertron out of? So they're like, oh, we'll shoot the ship, Megatron ship, and the Enertrons will blast, and they will shoot the ship somewhere else. So they do, and so the ship explodes, and then like 10-30 seconds later, Cybertron just goes, "What?" Like, the blast should go, right? Like, that's how physics works, right? I think, correct me if I'm wrong, not okay, now move. Okay, go away. And that's it. Oh yeah, and then Bumblebee wanted to boogie board. Oh, so too bad. There's no tidal waves for Bumblebee to boogie board. And so that's it. What do you think about Transformers? What's the situation? Would little inside facts? I don't know. I can't think of any right now. But did you enjoy the episode? Oh, by the way, the Netflix version, the one that has the mistakes. The YouTube version, not mistakes. That's the difference between Generation 1 and Generation 2. They're basically the same cartoon, but they were altered. Alright.